everyone, I'm Kayla Mello, the 2020 Stevenson County Farm Bureau intern. Today we're at Evergreen Lane Farms in Orangeville, Illinois, and today we're with Tom Schneider. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your farm?
Well, I'm Tom Schneider, as she said. We are a hog and grain farm. On the grain side of it, we have 2,050 acres, corn and soybeans, small amount of wheat. And today we are a wean to finish farm, which means we get the pigs when they're 3 weeks old. Up until 6 years ago, we had sows and baby boars and baby pigs, and we're doing that part of the hog operation as well. I've been doing this full time for 42 years, and I am the fourth generation. My father did it before and helped me for many years when I started as well.
All right, so what type of facility are we in here?
We're in what we call a nursery. We get the pigs when they're 3 weeks old, and that's the same day, that's when they're weaned at 3 weeks old. The pigs that are in here now, we got 4 days ago, so they're about 3.5 weeks old. We get 1,200 head every 2 months. We got 1,200 head. We have room for 1,200 head in the nursery. They'll stay in these buildings for about 2 months, and then they get moved over to the finishing building. And we have room for 2,400 in the finishing building facilities. So we have room for 3,600 at one time.
Okay. And then how do you keep your pigs healthy here?
Well, a variety of ways. We do some individual treatments, so that would be like shots, injections. Every building or every room has a sick pen, so that we can sort out pigs that are sick or lame or not doing well, and get them away from the other pigs, or get them in with other pigs that also have problems. If we think we need to, we can put medicine in feed, and we can put medicine in water. If it's an issue where the whole big group needs it, then we do that.
So when we came here today, you had me put on this plastic boot. So why exactly did you have me do that?
That's for biosecurity. Every farm, every group of pigs has its own set of organisms, diseases, and part of keeping them healthy is to prevent diseases, other bacteria, bugs from entering the herd. And there are various ways that those types of bugs, diseases can get to a farm, but one of them is from people bringing them in. And so part of biosecurity is for visitors to wear plastic boots, to not have been around other hogs, and recently to have change of clothes, change of shoes, shower before they come.
All right, so what kind of breed do you have on your farm?
These are all crossbreds. They're a mix of breeds. As you've seen, most of them are white in color. Some of them have some gray speckles. Some of them have some red roan. The meat packers prefer white hogs, so white has become the primary color of pigs that go to market. These pigs, we have 3 age groups of pigs on our farm at any one time. These are the middle age group, so they are 2 months, about 2.5 months older than the ones you just saw. The pig is here for 6 months. One thing a lot of people don't realize, a baby pig is about 3 pounds when he is born. and they go to market weighing 260 to 300 in 6 months. So a baby pig can go from 3 pounds to 300 in 6 months. They grow fast. They are 40 to 50 pounds when we move them from nursery to finishing building. This is a finishing building here. The building is curtain sided. The curtains go up and down depending on the temperature. Electronic ventilation controls in all the buildings today that automatically control temperature, and there's heaters and fans on them also. Part of you asked me earlier about keeping them healthy. Part of keeping them healthy is trying to keep them in a good environment where they aren't able to get too cold or too hot, or the air get too stale, too moist.
Pigs are very playful creatures. At Evergreen Lane Farms, they leave bowling balls in their pens for the pigs to play with. So a common misconception is that pigs are pretty dirty animals, but these ones seem fairly clean. Why do people think pigs are so dirty? Like, what do you do to keep them clean?
This building is a total slatted building. They stay quite a bit cleaner in a building like this. I've got another building that's what we call partial slat, so it's got slats and it's also got some solid concrete area, and the pigs are quite a bit dirty, more dirty there. Hogs that are outside, out on dirt, they will root. That's what the pig's nose is made for, is rooting. And they'll make a hole and water will get in it, and then they've got mud to lay in, and they do that. A hog does not sweat. They are bothered by hot temperatures more than people are. So part of the reason they do get dirty is trying to keep themselves cool in hot weather. These pigs here are the part of the oldest age group that we have on our farm at this time. These are close to market weight. When we're doing this, we haven't sold any out of here yet, but next week the first ones are going to go. So we're looking at the biggest ones here are 280 to 300 pounds.
All right, so what do your animals eat on a daily basis? You touched on your feed mill over there, but what exactly do they get fed?
It varies with the size and age of the pig. Big hog is going to be eating 5 to 6 pounds per pig per day. When we get them, they've just been weaned. So initially, just getting them to eat anything is what you're trying to do, because they've had mostly mother's milk up to that point. And the first feeds that they get helps to have some milk product in them. So probably two pounds per pig per day for the young ones.
Okay, and then all the other farms you've been at have mentioned hay, but pigs don't get hay?
Most generally not. A pig can eat hay, but their digestive system won't digest the fiber nearly as good as cattle or sheep will. So a lot of it just passes through them. They grow much faster, much better on grain products rather than hay roughage.
What are these bins all in here for?
This is all for making feed. We make all of our own feed. Feed for hogs is primarily corn, and you supplement corn with those things that corn is deficient in. The number one thing is protein, which primarily comes from soybean meal. We also feed dried distiller's grain, which is a byproduct of the ethanol making process. And then the bags that you see around here are ingredients that are used in smaller quantities. Calcium, phosphorus, and salt are 3 minerals that corn is short in. and then some amino acids, some trace minerals, some vitamins. The pig has a stomach digestive system that's pretty similar to humans. It's not able to digest and grow very good on large amounts of grass, hay, forage, roughage products like cattle and sheep can. And cattle and sheep have a much different digestive system. Pigs are omnivores. They can eat, digestively, they can eat food sources from both plant and animal sources. But ours and most pigs get mostly plant source of feed ingredients. Pig can eat a lot of different things. In this part of the world, corn is what's most available and cheapest. They like it, they do well on it, but there are other places in the world where different things are used.
We'll let Tom talk and you can do. Alright, so what are we standing in front of over here?
This is some of our grain handling equipment, grain storage equipment. We're a grain farm as well as a hog farm. So this right here is a grain leg.